I think I'm live. I think I'm live. I think it's 7 o'clock. It's 7:02. I'm 2 minutes late. So what? I'm just trying to position myself here, trying to get everything set up. My bad. I was trying to do that before, but here I am. So, like I said earlier, I tried to record a video. Well, I did record a video, but for some reason, it ended up posting to Instagram, but it didn't post to Facebook. Why? Reasons unknown. It's Facebook, you know. But and I'm getting mad because y'all probably hear the banging in the background because these things are so sensitive, and that's why I was gonna kind of cancel, but I'm here because I'm not alone. I like to be alone when I record. It's just I like the silence because I need. Oh, see, you hear doors slamming. All right. Um, if y'all heard that, let me know. But I don't know. But anyway, so yesterday we were going, inauguration day. I knew what timeline was gonna look like, and I actually started to just leave it all alone and just not say anything. But I'm like, can I really leave it alone? And I was like, no, I couldn't. So I just feel like the stuff that I see, and let me tear this off because it's just hanging. Like the stuff that I be seeing or whatever, and the people posting how pumped we get over these politics and the way things are going and the position that we are still in, and people are relying on politicians and the government to fix our situation. And when I suggest things like read this book, read that book, read this book, read that, it's information that's been years and years of studying, essays written, whatever it is. So I'm not telling you to read this stuff just because for nothing. Let me just say it like that. I'm not telling you to read it for nothing. I'm telling you to read it because it's a lot of information. What's going on, man? How you doing? Um, it's information that we need that been hidden from us for so long, and it's like we scared to seek truth because we are stuck where we don't want to know. It's like you don't really. It's like you can't handle the truth. Basically, Jack Nicholson said it best. You can't handle the truth. So some people just don't want to know because not knowing keeps them at ease, and I get it. For some that I get it. I guess I'm gonna just say I guess because I really don't understand where you want to be comfortable not knowing anything about your history or yourself or what's going on around you, and you being fooled by what's in front of you and not paying attention to what is actually going on. So we all talk about, all this stuff for years. Black people have been talking about reparations and this is what we should get. And, we've been owed this and 40 Acres and the Mule. Spike Lee, he actually named his company after 40 Acres and the Mule. So we've been crying reparations, this, that, and the other. They've been promising. We've been, so, you bring up the topic and you still, okay, y'all want to bring up the topic. Y'all want to talk about it. Y'all say we owed it. All right, cool. All right, so how do you get it? You bring it to your politicians that you have so much faith in. Y'all put so much faith in these politicians that they're gonna change the situation. Bring what you want to the table. So when you see things where people say no tangibles, no votes, that's what that means. If you can't give me this X, Y, and Z, then why should I give you my vote? And that's what all of that was about a couple months ago. When I was going in, I'm like, y'all put your trust in someone who has not, to this day, shown you anything that he's gonna give you or have given you. So then people talk about, oh well, you bring up the crime bill. That's all you know about the crime bill. It was Bill Clinton. We know it was during the Clinton administration. This is stuff we know. Y'all saying what don't need to be said. We know that. So I'm starting from the beginning. I was just gonna start with Kamala Harris. I'm gonna start from the beginning. But anyway. So y'all talk, the crime bill. All right, the crime bill. He said it himself. I drafted it. But yet, he didn't pass it. But he drafted it, and he said that himself out of his mouth. I'm not making this stuff up. He said it out of his mouth. So when Kamala Harris and Joe Biden was both running for the Democratic seat, y'all do know that she herself called him out on that same exact crime bill that y'all keep crying that it was under the Clinton administration. Do y'all know that she called him out on that? This is stuff on video that you can go look up. Stuff I've shared on my Facebook that nobody watched. You know why? Because they don't want to know the truth. What the truth is, the truth is gonna show itself eventually. Like you always say, the truth always come out. What's done in the dark comes out in the light. Everybody always says that, but it doesn't apply. It only applies to, oh, when a man is cheating or a woman is cheating. That's all y'all really apply it to. Y'all don't apply it to everyday life. What actually is done behind fucking closed doors, sometimes somebody might walk through that door and see what's going on and not supposed to be seeing what's going on. So we talk about, all right, we want reparations and all this. So you ask your politicians. So who more to ask than, President Barack Obama. Then my speaker went off all in the background. President Barack Obama. We're going to start with him. President Barack Obama says, no, I'm opposed to reparations. I know the Holocaust survivors and their families got it, but, and he stopped. After the but, there's nothing else. Then it goes on from there. You can look this up online. So, Joe Biden, when they talked about reparations in 75, so people say, don't hold it against him. All right, I'm going to tell you why you hold it against him. The same way you hold things against other people, you're going to hold this against him too. All right, so in 75, Joe Biden says, I'm not paying for what my ancestors did. Fuck that. I'm not paying for what they did. Why would I do that? That's not my generation. I'm only concerned about the future. I'm paraphrasing, but yeah, that was 300 years ago. I ain't worried about that. That ain't my generation. But, all right, so that was said in 75. But yet today, we're still talking about reparations. Guess who's in fucking office? I shouldn't even continue this. I should just turn this shit off right now. But yet, the same people say that Donald Trump is racist. And I'm not defending Trump. I just want to bring up a similarity. Donald Trump is racist. He's this, he's that. He hates black people, right? Because he said what he said about the Central Park Five. That he said back when they were found guilty of the crime. He said what he said. Or the people who did it should be whatever. And he never recanted his statement, right? And he said that back when that happened. What year was that? So he said this that long ago. He said this that long ago. But yet, oh, well, that when it comes to him, oh, that was long ago. He's going to change. But yet, no, he's still like that to this day. Has Joe Biden talked about reparations? Have y'all heard anything about reparations? Seen anything on the table about reparations? I share what he was going to do from day one with y'all. What was his day one? The LGBTQ community and immigrants. Nothing about black people. Nothing about reforming his crime bill. So then, you talk to Kamala Harris, who's in office. Hey, black woman, yes, she's in office, right? Cool. But when you ask her about reparations, she said, oh, so I'm not going to say I'm going to do something only for black people? No. Everybody has to be included. Everybody. But yet, like I said, the Holocaust survivors and their families got reparations. Nobody else. The Japanese in the refugee camps got reparations. Nobody else. But when it comes to us, Yeah, only if everybody else. Then Joe Biden actually also says, years later, yeah, but only if it's for everybody else. And then, when you ask him again, he says, listen, I'm going to final this question. I'm going to answer this once for all. Paraphrasing once again. I'm paraphrasing once again. Right? He says, it'll be a shame not to do for the immigrants. We owe them. They are the future of this country. It'd be a shame not to do for them what they are owed. He said that out his mouth. Excuse me. Said that out his mouth. Maybe y'all just didn't hear it. Maybe my hearing is impeccable and y'all just can't hear. I don't know. I'm just saying because this shit is out there right in front of you. But you say the man is not racist, but this man is because he said what he said about this. But he doesn't say, oh, yeah, I'm racist. Fuck black people. But he says, oh, I'm not paying for what my fathers did. That's a form of racism to me. I don't know. Maybe it's different to y'all. Maybe that's just words and those were just words. But those equated to racism. Those just didn't. I don't know. So, Kamala Harris says the same thing. No, I'm not just doing nothing for black people. I'm doing everything I'm doing for everybody else. If it ain't for everybody else, I ain't doing it. Oh, shit, I'm sitting here touching everything else. My bad. Because I got my Facebook open because I got to reference that because this, like where I'm going is going from that. So, I don't want to be here too much longer. But I think I'm going to be here longer than probably I need to. I want to. Just playing. Nah, but seriously, all jokes aside. So, I had went to the point of, we talked about reparations. So now, I said, okay, she's fair. She's a black woman. Y'all want her to be a black woman. That's what she'll be. She loves her black people. She loves her struggle with her black people and all of this. But y'all can go look up her conviction records and her records from being a DA in California. That's out there too. You can look that up, but y'all don't want to. Y'all just want to be like, no, she's for us. She loves us. Yes. But, all right, so talked about the 27 years for the kid with armed robbery. And 27 years for a 14-year-old for armed robbery. No one was hurt. But then I compared that to George Zimmerman, who actually killed somebody, which I say it was first-degree murder because he knew what the fuck he was doing when he walked outside. He knew he why bring a gun if you're not going to use it? Like, you're just going to flash it? Come on. But we know the story. Don't want to relive that fucking hurt and pain, but it's reality, you know? But, okay, so I compared it to that. And I said nothing about the state of California unless I said, and I didn't even say the kid lived in California. Y'all just know she was the DA in California. Kudos. So, she's the DA in California. George Zimmerman, this dude, it was stand your ground in Florida. But I ain't even talking about the states. We can talk about that stand your ground bullshit all you want. But if you start attacking me, I'm going to fight back. You just happen to have a gun and shoot me. We'll talk about that another time. But anyway, I'm talking about the system of the law itself, the federal law. So, states do have their own laws. But if 27 years for armed robbery equates to some of y'all murder in the first degree and walking away, then something ain't right. Because all I was doing is talking about the system itself and how this woman gives this kid who's, now, we want to talk about it. Kids are influenced. Now, we talk about influence of kids all the time through music, through TV, everything. We talk about that all the time, but we don't apply it to everything. You have to. So kids are influenced. A man, woman, or human brain isn't fully developed until the age of 25. That's when you're able to make rational decisions in a more cognitive sense. You're able to make better decisions because your brain now at the age of 25 is fully developed. So if a kid is influenced to go do something, maybe he saw a movie where these dudes was robbing people, maybe his friends did it and they influenced him, okay, there goes an influence, because maybe that just seems appealing to him. He's seen it on TV, he hears it in the music, you know, his friends are doing it, or it's just a thrill to him, something I want to do. Let me go, but I ain't gonna shoot nobody, I ain't gonna kill nobody. I just need this to get what I want. Nobody got hurt. Let's think about that. Nobody got hurt. So they go armed robbery, whether the guns were loaded or not. Armed robbery, no one gets shot, no bullets fired, nothing. Kid gets 27 years. This is a system that allowed a kid, a 14-year-old who can barely make a decision of what the fuck he want to eat. He'll probably eat pizza or french fries every fucking night if you let him. But here's a kid, young, influenced by everything around him, and you want him to make a cognitive, and you want to send him to jail for 27 fucking years because he armed robbed somebody? What the fuck is that about? That's just, you're going to say he threw his life away, and some people say she's just doing her job. So let me ask you this. I'm going to ask you this. When the cops was killing black people, unarmed black people, were they doing their job? Answer that. Because they're in the same fucking legal judicial system as the fucking prosecutors and the DAs. So why do we act like shit is different when we want shit to fit our own agenda? We want to change shit around, make shit look different. Why do we do that? Because you want somebody to be wrong so you can be right? That's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit. So 27 fucking years for armed robbery, nobody get hurt, and this dude walks free on fucking murder. These cops walk free on murder on tape. It's the same fucking system. The same fucking system. So why do we act like it's different now that you got a fucking dude who, like we talked about, drafted the crime bill that he talks about, and a chick who was locking motherfuckers up for years for non-violent crimes? Now we want to act like shit is different. They're going to make a fucking change now? Why don't they change the fucking system? The system. If you're in it, change the system. Fuck all the other bullshit. You tell one man, oh, denounce white supremacy, but the other man, but the excuse that y'all give him is, oh, he's not the president. Fucking white supremacy can't be fucking denounced by somebody just saying, oh, I denounce white supremacy. Come on, are you really that simple? Really? Come on, let's really talk about this. Let's really talk about this. We can't be that. We can't be that gullible to the bullshit. We can't be that gullible. We can't. But we are. We are. So, alright, like I said, same system. These guys aren't doing anything. Everything is still the same because, like I said, day one was the LGBTQ, and day two, or the same day, was immigrants. So, we talked about that months ago when I said, you know, when you take immigrants and you take black people, they're almost like immigrants, and black people are like immigrants, black people. And then you give them rights. It goes immigrants. Because what they gonna do? Journey off into their own little communities. And guess where we gonna be? Right here. Anyway, so I said, okay. It was something I was going to talk about. I got to open up the comments. I'm sorry. Is this? Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, doing her job. Oh, when I asked about the cops killing black people, were they just doing their job? Same system and all that. Yeah, I talked about that. I just going over stuff in my head. I'm sorry. But let me see. Oh, the judge handed out the sentence. The judge don't hand out sentence. The judge don't hand out the sentence. The DA does. So, all right, let's get to the topic about this. We being so steadfast on Kamala Harris. Let's get to that so I can get out of here. But anyway, so then I journey off into Kamala Harris and her being a black woman and being in office, and the fact that she only really became black about Joe Biden's call to become his running mate. I think that's when she became black. That's when she started wearing Timbs, and she started telling y'all she was listening to Tupac in the 80s, and Tupac didn't drop a first album into the 90s. And I mean, then what we do? Ate it up like it was, the best meal we ever fucking had in our life. Just like when Hillary pulled the hot sauce out her fucking bag. Oh, I travel with this everywhere. Great tactic, sweetheart. Great. So how do you appeal to the black community? You do what Nixon did. You tell them everything they want to hear. And as soon as you get in office, you act like you ain't, what? You said what? I said what? No, I never said that. No, get out of here with that bullshit. I never said that. Like when you promise somebody something or something happened and you want to forget, so you act like you don't fucking know. I never said that. Oh, shit. Are you lying and you said something to somebody and they confronted you in front of that person? No, I never said that. Like, because you don't want to get punched in your fucking jaw? Yeah, that type of... Nah, that's what Nixon did. Nixon said, yeah, come on, I love you. Come on, give me a hug. Sit here, let's take pictures. Let's do this, let's do that. Black people say, here you go. Yes, equality. What Nixon do? Yeah, turned his back. It's like y'all never was at his fucking door. He was looking through the peephole like, fuck, these people just won't leave. Get the fuck out of here. It's real talk, man. So that's what Joe Biden and Kamala Harris did. Joe said, yo, how I get this black vote? Yo, Barack. Excuse me. Yo, Barack, how I get this black vote? You gotta appeal to him, dog. Gotta get somebody who looked the part. Gotta get somebody who looked like them. But yo, let's make it a woman. Yo, was it Kamala running against you? Yeah, man. Hit her up. Hit her up. Get on the three-way. So Barack Obama, Joe Biden, and Kamala Harris on three-way with Michelle in the background because Barack got it on the speaker. And they telling y'all how to appeal to the black vote, how to get in office. Because they said more black people voted for him than Obama. Hey, this is what we're talking about here. Or he got 80 million votes, some shit like that. More black people voted for Joe Biden than Barack Obama. I think that's some shit. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he got 80 million or more votes than Barack Obama or some shit like that. Yo, D, what up, baby? I see you. But, so, all right, how do we get this black vote? Yo, you gotta tell them what they want to hear. You gotta act like you gotta tell them, yo, Joe said, Joe, you know what line you use on him, Joe? Joe, listen, this is what you say to him, Joe. Tell him, yo, you ain't black unless you vote for me. I guarantee they eat that shit up. Guarantee they will. Because you gotta appeal to them. You gotta make sure that you gotta, yo, listen, almost like you got melanin in you, like you gotta, you gotta put a little, little pep in your step a little bit. Just gotta, or just be you and just say, yo, I'll give you this, that, and the other. And don't give them shit. Because people ask and people talk about, oh, Barack couldn't do this, Barack couldn't do that. I ain't gonna go into that. Y'all can go look that up. I share plenty of those on my Facebook, but we ain't gonna go into that. But all right, how do you get the black vote? You appeal to them. You make them think, hey, I love you. And at the end, I just need you to get in. That's what every politician has done. Especially the Democrats. And I hear people, oh, how could you be a Republican? So some of us just saying Republicans, we just not stupid ass Democrats who think that that anybody's gonna do anything for us. Republicans, Democrats, motherfucking nobody. The only way this shit is gonna start is we do it our fucking self. And people have been preaching that before we started. Malcolm was preaching that. Fucking Garvey was preaching that. Everybody's been preaching that, but yet we still thinking our fucking politicians are gonna change our fucking situation. And yet it's 100 fucking years later and we're still here. The bottom. We're still here, the bottom, because immigrants are going to come first. They're going to come first. They had that plan written out already. How do you have a plan written out for the LGBTQ and the fucking immigrants before you have a plan written out for the people who put you in fucking office? How? How? You needed them to get in office, but you excluded them from your plan. That's what happened. Fell for it. Here we go. Yeah, they love us. Joe. I see everybody. Joe, come on. Joe, come on. Joe, come on. Yeah. But where's your plan? Where's our plan? We put them there. Now let's hold them accountable. You think them people storming the fucking White House is fucking... You know what? We'll get into that another time. But anyway, where's the plan? Now that you're there, where's our plan? Knock on the door. Make phone calls. Y'all ain't gonna do none of that. Y'all just gonna post a victory and inauguration pictures and all the pretty coats and all the masks that was looking good and the performances and the pictures with the lights in the back and the monuments and shit. That's all y'all gonna post. Y'all ain't gonna go knock on these doors. Y'all ain't gonna make these phone calls to say, yo, okay, you're there. What's for us? Or make a list and say, this is what we want. Why you ain't do that? Why we ain't do that? Why ain't nobody want to sit down and do that? Because I wasn't giving my vote away for nothing. But y'all was so willing to give y'all vote away. So if y'all can sit down and muster up a plan to put this dude in office, here, if you want this block, this is what we want. How do you think that the LGBTQ community has all the rights that they have? When Barack was going into office, they came with their block vote here and their money here. If you want our vote, this is what you give us. They ain't got all these rights just by coincidence. And then Joe is made more legislation for them. Just like I had a debate with somebody about the blue policy shit that Barack signed in for the protection of the cops, or the blue alert shit. So he told me, just had a debate about, the cops need this for protection. I'm like, what the fuck a cop need protection for? They protected under the fucking 15th, the whatever amendment that is. It's one of the amendments. I'll look it up and I'll get back to you on that. Kind of forgot the number right now. But yeah, so we had a little going back and forth. And then, but I'm like, if they have legislation, what else do they need? And I have nothing against them. I'm just pointing out the facts, pointing out the truths. Just think about it. What else do they need? But yet, there's no action plan for the black community. None. Zero. So what are we doing here? Just giving away shit? That's all we doing, is giving away shit for hopes and dreams and thinking somebody's gonna come and they're gonna save us from our situation. We cry over, and I respect my boy. You know who I'm talking about. But you was like, I don't need no white man handout or whatever. Listen, dude, if they sign that reparations bill, you gonna take that shit too, bro. You gotta take it too. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I understand what you said also when you said we need to do it ourselves. That's where my mindset has been. I'm looking at posts from 5 years ago that I forgot I even posted because my journey wasn't as extensive and it wasn't as it's a word I'm looking for, but it's more whatever. That's what it is now. So my journey now is on a broader perspective. But I saw stuff I was posting years ago, and just because subconsciously I was there, but I just wasn't ready for what I'm faced with now. And I'm faced with the Matrix, and I referred this to the Matrix a while ago. So, yeah, you were right when you said we need to do it ourselves. That's the only way. And every time I post, I'm saying we, us, because I can't exclude me. Because I'm y'all. If we all one, we all one. Fuck the bullshit. Yeah, we got niggas and we got black people. We exclude the niggas. But that's another topic in itself. But anyway, let me get forward moving on what I was talking about. But anyway, now let's go to Miss Cool. So, I had a broad thought that maybe I'm gonna put up a status and people will actually understand what I'm saying when I say what I'm about to say. And I don't might not get too much feedback. I really thought that. I ain't even gonna lie. I really thought I wasn't gonna get too much feedback. But 17 comments later, I got more feedback than I actually thought. So I put up the post that says, since we so steadfast on Kamala Harris being the first black woman in office, just know that her kids will never suffer from the racial inequality that black kids suffer from every day in this country. Now let that sink in. So when I put black, that's where I really thought everybody would get what I was talking about. Excuse me. So the fact that 17 comments later, that wasn't the case, I'm here tonight talking to you guys. I actually like talking to you guys. It's kind of cool. Might have to do this more often. But anyway, so I said, okay, this woman is, as she points out, and she pointed it out proudly, the first Indian American prosecutor or whatever, DA, Indian American, and every speech, and I don't knock what I'm about to say because I know a lot of us still include, but she always includes in her speeches about her mother being from India. After speech one, we know that, sweetheart. If we follow you after speech one, we know that. But she always refers to her mother being from India. In every speech she makes, she never, ever. And I went back and I had to I read her actual acceptance speech when she became the DA in California. She talked about her dad, but she never mentioned where he was from. So I was sitting there, I'm like, damn, my argument is fucked up right now. But it ain't. Because I found that. Some of you just got to read between the lines. So she talks about her mother being from India in every fucking speech. And that's not a bad thing. But she talks about her mother being from India in every speech. She talks about her dad that in one speech she said, she met my dad, a handsome man who was engineering, I think, student at whatever college, Berkeley, and they fell in love and the rest is history. And then in another one, like last night, I don't know if y'all heard it, but I read it, so I guess maybe y'all was talking to somebody or y'all was Facebooking or what's the other thing, Instagramming or Snapchatting, and y'all probably didn't hear this, that she said, she met my dad and whatever about her dad. Wait, what did she say exactly? See, it's on my phone. But she said whatever she said about met my dad, they fell in love, and then they raised my sister, and she was referring to herself then a black woman. But we'll get into that. But she never mentioned that her dad is a Jamaican American. Never mentioned where he was from. But she always mentioned her mom's from India. And I'm gonna keep saying that because she so black, but she always mentioned her mom's from India, but never mentioned her Jamaican father. She just mentions his name, not even his name, just that he was a handsome man, but he left, and then my mom raised us to, me and my sister, she struggled, she did this, she did that, she whatever, she made sure we went to church, she did, what every mother does in a fucking sense from forever, but, she does not mention that her father is from Jamaica. Have y'all ever heard it? If y'all heard it, then I'll cut it and then I would just be like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't even continue. But I'll give it a second. Whoever's watching, whoever's listening, have y'all ever heard her say that her father is Jamaican? Have you ever heard her mention her Jamaican side? But yet you hear her mention her Indian side. Please inform me. All right, well, I can't wait too long. But no, she does not mention that her father, but she mentions him, but not the fact that he's from Jamaica. All right, so she's so black. If she was black, I would be proud. If we want to equate Jamaicans as being blacks, that y'all do, like y'all say, oh, we black, we all black. Jamaicans will tell you quick, I'm Jamaican. They will tell you quick, I'm Jamaican. They identify with the black man, yes, because we're brothers. But they would tell you my culture, my heritage is Jamaican. Correct me if I'm wrong, Marcus Moore. My brethren that I've known for damn near all my life. You're Jamaican, aren't you? Your mother and your father is Jamaican, so you identify as a Jamaican. You might say, yeah, I'm a black person, but when you come to culture and heritage, you're Jamaican all day. But she doesn't even mention that. She does mention her Indian side, though, that her mother's from India. She mentions that all the time. So that brings me back to what I said about, thank you, Marcus, what I was saying about her kids will never suffer inequality. So I thought that regardless if she had her own kids or if she didn't, that we would say, being that her husband is white and she is Indian American, she's not African American, she's Indian American, that means her kids will be just American, not really black, because they will look more white and they could identify with their dad. And when they mark anything, they can go and register anything as a white person. Am I wrong? Please tell me I'm wrong. I will stop right now. So if she had kids of her own, we're not talking about the white people kids, her husband and his ex-wife. We're not talking about their kids. Who gives a... That's their kids. She. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, there we go. So, we're not talking about their kids. We know they're not hers. So why would they suffer anything if they could be like, that ain't my real mama? I can go live with my real mama and get the same privileges that I'm living with my real fucking daddy. So why the fuck would I be talking about his kids? I'm referring to the fact it'd be if they had kids together. Can we open our mind just a little bit more instead of the common, if I don't see it, it didn't happen. That's what we do. Sometimes you gotta read between the lines. Read between the lines. Stop just being so surface and, oh yeah, it's only pretty when it's dangling. Nah, stop. Don't. No, come on. So when I said what I said, I didn't think people was going to be like, oh, well, those not even her real kids, so why would they suffer? Or why? Or isn't that a good thing? No, of course, that's a good thing if they never did, if any of us didn't. But it's a good thing if ours didn't either, right? But they do. Our kids suffer from inequality every day in this fucking country, and it's just like, oh, it's just the fucking norm. So it's like, oh, well, if hers didn't, well, at least it's good for them, but fuck the ones that's already going through it. That's what it sounds like. When you really start thinking about shit, like I said, I break it down. I don't just go for your service. Oh, well, no, let's break it down to what you're really asking me. Or you're really asking yourself. Yes, it's a good thing, but wouldn't it be a better thing if ours didn't either? How do you change that? The fucking system I talked about earlier. The system. They in there, tell them to change the system. You want this man to denounce white supremacy? Tell them to change the system of white fucking supremacy. Now is the time to do it. Y'all say he couldn't do it because he ain't the president? He's the president right now. Tell him to do it. But no, y'all just want to post pretty pictures of coats and this chick and kids wearing shirts. Oh, I got a lady that look like me in the White House. But she don't give a fuck about my dad or my brother or my uncle or my grandfather or my great-grandfather or maybe my son that I'm going to have in the future, because the same laws and policies they put in place years ago are still affecting them now. Nobody thought of that, huh? We just think we want to be all pretty with our fucking Instagrams and Facebooks. Social media? It's a fucking joke at this point. I done seen friendships being lost over social media just because I say, yo, you know what? Just because I say, yo, you know what? I'm a Democrat or I'm a fucking Republican. or I'm a liberal, or I'm an independent, or I'm a fucking nationalist, or I'm a this. Oh, you're not what I am? Fuck you. Don't ever talk to me again, or I ain't never gonna like a status of yours again, or I ain't never gonna comment on nothing else you ever post. Fuck you. You don't identify with what I do. I can't even do that. I seen friendships lost over emotional ass fucking Donald Trump, who's fucking turning orange when motherfuckers don't let him talk, and Joe Biden, who can't remember who what the fuck he just ate for breakfast 2 hours ago. We sitting here losing friendships over two motherfuckers who don't give a fuck about none of us, and a chick that y'all call black who don't give a fuck about none of us. But y'all so gung-ho over them being, oh, they're in office, they're gonna save us. Yeah, I told you, our fucking ancestors, the ones y'all talk about, oh, the ones, yeah, the ones from the 60s, we ain't even gonna go back to slavery. We gonna go back to the 60s and the 50s when Nixon said the same fucking thing, and they thought they was getting the same fucking thing we think we getting now, and guess what? It was the same, it's gonna be the same fucking result. You want to be optimistic? Let's really be optimistic. Go to their doors. Go to their doors. This is what we want. If you can't give it to us, why the fuck are you here? Because we put you here. We can get you the fuck out. Y'all want to impeach Trump for whatever the fuck he was doing with this place in Russia and China? Impeach this motherfucker for not doing what he said he was going to do. Put him on trial for lying. He probably couldn't even remember he told y'all anything any fucking way. But like real shit, let's really be serious. Knock on the doors, make the phone calls. Y'all got them, y'all put the man in office. Y'all so proud, y'all so happy, y'all so this, y'all so that. He's gonna do this, he's gonna do that. Y'all so this. Go ask for what is fucking due to our people. Fuck the bullshit. Stop just, oh well, I won't take it. Yes, the fuck you would, cause I would. I ain't proud. Fuck that. If it's old, give me my shit. So you gonna let a nigga owe you $100,000 and you're gonna be like, oh well, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? It's been too many years. It's a handout now. Fuck no. You want your shit. You want your shit. So why is it okay for them to say, oh no, we ain't gonna give you nothing. We just need you to get in, and wherever you fit in, you fucking fit in. That's what it's about. Get in where you fucking fit in, nigga. If you don't roll with, you'll get rolled the fuck over. This is the shit that play in my head. This is shit I had. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just sharing it with y'all. This is shit I had. Get on board or get erased. That's what it's like. That's what it sounds like to me. So, I mean, when I made that statement yesterday, I really didn't think people were going to be on some, oh, what are you talking about? Like, no, like, nah, she did. No, that statement was, if you put the fact that she is what she is and her husband is what he is, and if they procreate, then guess what? That's going to make their kids more this than anything else. So, I mean, you could say she has her Jamaican blood in her, which is Jamaican, and her Indian blood in her, which is Indian, where her mother came from India. And if you want to go back to the roots, one drop rule and all that shit, we can go all the way back to the essence. And well, we ain't got time for that because I think I've been on here long. Hold on, they won't tell me how long. But yeah. So I didn't really think I was gonna get that much pushback on that. So earlier, like I said, it was 10 minutes. I said, I'm going to go live and I'm just going to, let me explain what I meant. And if you didn't get the understanding at this point, I don't know. It's just, I mean, it is what it is. Then you believe what you believe, and I believe what I believe, and we can agree to disagree, and I love you no fucking less. And with all of that said, close the victory. Peace.